Hey, pretty girls, this is Divine Oasis coming at you with a part two segment on what to expect while being in your feminine energy. We are going to talk about dealing with non black women as a black woman. Okay? So, this is a previous discussion, and before anyone comes for me in the comments, I just want to let you guys know this is for the non black women that exclusively only date black men. Okay? So we are in an era right now where a lot of women are waking up to the fact that they do not want to be, in this masculine energy where they have to work all day, right? And then they would have to come home and feel overworked and tired because it does wear you down as a woman. It does make you masculine. Everyone knows that, right? Um, so I want to talk about what exactly does it mean to be in your soft life era or have this pretty privilege, right, that everyone speaks about. Um, According to podcasts and the YouTube world, pretty privilege is not having to work super hard, being doted on, spoiled with gifts, expensive dates, dinners, even a shopping spree, or just being provided for, right? So that's what a lot of women are seeking, okay? But being a black woman, and being surrounded around non black women, and they are seeing, especially if it's women that are closer to you, right? And they see that you are getting this you are getting this pretty privilege, right? Because like I was saying before, non-black women have been put on a pedestal for so long by black men that they are the standard of beauty because they are lighter skinned, they aren't argumentative, they aren't loud, they know how to submit, you know. So they have been put on this higher hierarchy for so long by black men that if they see a black woman coming in and getting those treatments, the princess treatment, then here comes the resentment and the anger and the competition, right? What I have experienced, and if you haven't listened, I would definitely recommend listening to the part one of my video, just because this goes over what I have experienced as a black woman dealing with non-black women while being in my feminine energy and being spoiled by, not even just being spoiled, but just being treated like how a woman is supposed to be treated. You know, I have experienced, non-black women trying to expose my blackness, right? Trying to bring it out of me as if I'm shielding who I really am, as if this isn't who I really am, right? What I mean by exposing one's blackness, exposing my hair when my wig got pulled off, like, just because I'm wearing a wig, I'm not supposed to have beautiful hair, you know? And for one, I am very versatile, So if I'm wearing a wig, I just wanted to wear a wig that day. That doesn't necessarily mean like something was going on with my hair, you know. I just like to switch it up. So exposing hair, being bitter, argumentative, because we as black women, we're supposed to be bitter. We're supposed to be angry. And when we're not, no, let me try to bring this out of this person. I know she's in there, you know. So it's either fight or flight, right? It's like, if you, like, for me, if I have to defend myself, you really did something wrong, because I'm not a fighter, I'm a lover, you know. So if it gets to that point, then you've tried to, like, you really tried to push some buttons that weren't there. And also, when it comes to being a black woman, when a black woman argues, it's unappealing. But when a non-black woman, and we're just going to use a Latina as an example, argues, all she has to do is say a few words in Spanish and it's considered spicy. You know, that's the thing. That's the thing. It's just like black women, we're just, it's not attractive to be loud and argumentative, but a Latina can come in and yell and scream, then it's automatically considered sexy and it makes a man melt, right? Um, and to be honest with you, I've definitely seen non-black women being loud and obnoxious, and I'm quiet. You know, like for me to yell and stuff, you really have to be doing something because I don't scream, I don't yell. You know, um, just some things that I have experienced and I've seen. You know, being a black woman and seeing how some of these black men treat non-black women. You know, black men, what I've noticed is they will tolerate non-black women's baggage more. You know, a non-black woman can come in to the relationship, like the black man can be a bachelor. They could have a lot going for themselves, but the non-black woman, you know, they can come in and have multiple children, you know, and the black men will automatically just care for those children. But if it was a black woman, you know, it would be, oh no, I'm not taking care of some N-words kids. You know what I'm saying? And I know you've heard men say this. It's 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 circulated through the black community how a lot of these black men feel about black women. Not all, but some. Okay? So they'll tolerate more when it comes to non-black women. They'll tolerate more baggage. Um, and a lot of times, you know, when it comes to dealing with non-black women, I have experienced, you know, competitiveness, jealousy, envy. um, you could be in a season of scarcity, right? Where, you know, you could have a business, you know, your job, you could be working through sales and you are not bringing in as much money as you usually do. So you're in a season of scarcity where you're not bringing in a lot of money. So you're trying to lay low, you know, you're trying to lay low and get your shit together, basically. And what I've experienced dealing with non-black women is that's the perfect time. And this could be women in general, but this is what I'm speaking on with dealing with a specific woman who happens to be someone of a different race, right? Kicking you while you're down, you know, trying to make you feel like you're broke, like, oh, you're broke, you don't have this and you don't have that. Um, you know, just coming in and just wrecking the peace. You know what I'm saying? And people like this, what I like to imagine is, you know, you could be someone that loves peace, right? And you don't bother anyone. You just keep to yourself, right? I just picture someone, you know, being a monk or someone similar like a nun. And this person, they'll, you know, you could be planting flowers and this person, they'll come in and instead of them helping you plant the flowers, they'll destroy they'd rather destroy the flowers than to help you plant them. You know, that's just what these type of people are. Um, and it's really pitiful to deal with women like this, especially, you know, because it's been put in our ear for so long that as being a black woman, we are the ones that are the jealous and the envious, you know, because we as a race, that's just who we are. We want to be non-black women, or we want to have the same hair because we wear wigs and stuff like that. That's who we want to be. So there's no way that we can be jealous of, or non-black women, excuse me, can be jealous of black women. There's no way that could happen, right? Um, but I just want to say to that, there is always going to be someone more beautiful or more feminine, okay? There one race is not more feminine than the other, okay? Black women can be more feminine than the white women. The Latina women can be more feminine than the black woman. The black woman can be more feminine than the white woman. The white woman can be more feminine than the black woman. It's about who you are as a person. You know, it's about who you are. It's the energy that you bring. It's not one race. It's more feminine than the other. And I want to kill that notion so bad because I am so tired of hearing it. It's like, man, the thing about it is they try to say, and I've watched podcasts, I've seen this, like a girl was saying, black women, they are just so beautiful. I just wish they were more soft. I just wish they were more feminine. And I just want to say to that, we are out there. They just don't want us to be out there. They want us to shut up. And I'm not going to shut up. I'm going to speak up about it. And if anyone has any past experience dealing with bullying from non black women, please let me know in the comments because I cannot be the only one that's dealing with this. Um, and I also want to talk about some tips on how to protect yourself. This is just for women in general. It doesn't have to be about, only non-black women. This is just dealing with women. Okay? Stand strong. Okay? It's okay to be in your feminine and be strong. Talk without showing anger or fear. That's very important. Keep your head up. Also, try to ignore the gestures being thrown at you. There's a reason that they're trying to get a rise out of you. Tell them to leave you alone. If they're bothering you, tell them to leave you alone. Let that be a warning itself. Stay confident throughout this whole interaction. And fight if you need to. Let that be your last resort. Okay? Let that be your last resort. If you need to fight, then fight. But always give a warning before you start, throwing hands. But that's all I have. I just wanted to speak on, I just wanted to speak on this because it's definitely not a discussion that I see. So if anyone has anything similar to add, or if anyone has any stories about how they were being bullied by non-black women, please let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for listening.